Good afternoon. James Ball, Certified Financial Planner with Medallion Financial Resources in Venice, Florida. Today we're going to spend a few minutes talking about long-term care. Long-term care is a very, very important decision that has to be made with a family relative to wealth preservation, especially if they desire to move money to the children or the grandchildren. And even more importantly is let's say if the male dies first, which is normal, what's left for his wife to go ahead and fund the rest of their lifetime and not be impoverished. There's really three ways that you can cover long-term care. There's private pay, meaning that you pick up the tab for long-term care. Obviously, you would have to be a family of pretty substantial assets to be able to do that. There's insurance policies that you can buy, and that's either the typical long-term care policy or using life insurance or using an annuity. And then the third and the least acceptable is Medicaid. And remember, the problem with Medicaid is that you have to spend down to a certain level, which basically you'll get long-term care, but you've pretty much impoverished the other spouse. So that's really a last-ditch way to accomplish long-term care. No matter whether you use with the insurance company, no matter whether you use the insurance policy, if you use annuity or if you use the traditional policy, when you buy, there are several factors that you look at. First of all is the waiting period. How long are you going to pay for long-term care before you pass that responsibility on to the insurance company? The next is what's the daily benefit. In today's environment, $300 is really a pretty good number. But you want to make sure that your policy is covering whatever extent of long-term care that you want to cover. The reason that the reason I said that is that you don't necessarily have to cover 100% of the long-term care requirements. You know, if it's acceptable to you and affordable to you, maybe you only fund 75% of anticipated benefits, and then the other 25% you would pick up yourself. How do you qualify for long-term care? Well, there's really 6 what we call activities of daily living: bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toileting, transferring, and the 7th, which is kind of standalone, is cognitive impairment. So you need 2 out of the 6 ADLs or cognitive impairment, and the policy would then cut in. Today's environment, it's kind of sad, quite honestly, but 2.5% of the population of the United States is covered by long-term care. I guess if nothing else today, I just wanted to give you some awareness and just bring it to the forefront so that as you're doing your planning and planning for the future, that you take a look at long-term care as a viable shield to help you protect the assets for especially your spouse, and then certainly for any heirs that you're looking to pass on to either the children or the grandchildren. Get with your advisor, go through this. The other thing I would advise, if you can do it around 50 years old, it really drops the cost. And the other thing is, remember, we're seeing substantial increases on traditional long-term care policies. If you use a life insurance policy or an annuity, it's locked in and you won't get any rate increases. So once again, get with your advisor. I think it'll be a very, very astute move for the advisor and the husband and wife to sit down and take a look at how long-term care planning fits into their future. So with that, I hope this has been helpful. James Ball, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. No obligation on your part, but give me a call, 941-486-0305. Or if you'd rather, you can email me at medallion, medallionfr@verizon.net. Happy New Year to all of you. I wish you the best in 2022, and thanks for listening.